Author, social activist, and feminist Bell Hooks, in her book, Teaching Community, A Pedagogy of Hope, wrote, "Dominator culture has tried to keep us all afraid, to make us choose safety instead of risk, sameness instead of diversity. Moving through that fear, finding out what connects us, reveling in our differences, this is the process that brings us closer, that gives us a world of shared values, of meaningful community." It's my hope that the community of Hampshire College has helped you all learn something about building community, about working with people from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different social standings, different races, different gender identities, many with opinions and experiences different from your own. Learning to listen, to work to free ourselves from preconceived notions, to acknowledge privilege and respect others' experiences. It's a worthwhile achievement. Couple that with a passion to continue learning and putting your knowledge into action, and you'll be a formidable force in the world. So take your place in the Hampshire College community at large. Make us stronger, more inclusive, more caring, more effective. Today, we create our tomorrow. Thank you. And now, our president, Jonathan Lash.
So, glorious good morning to you. What a fantastic morning. You deserve it. Are you happy? Yeah? I am so happy for you. Most of this talk is going to be a love letter to the graduating class. But just before I get to that, some people we should welcome. So, trustees, speakers, staff, family, faculty, friends, graduates. This is Hampshire's 47th commencement, and we are very, very glad you can join us. We began this two-day celebration yesterday afternoon. Thank you, Justin and Uditi. We conclude this morning an extended chance to celebrate the culmination of our college year and of your college careers. Graduates, as I said, I want to talk in a moment about how much I admire and love you, but first, let's recognize your families. Parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, siblings, friends, all who brought us this wonderful class. Families, I hope that you are as proud of these graduates as we are. Thank you for all you've done. I haven't gotten to know every one of you, but I want to recognize that for every family, this has been a tremendous journey with many sacrifices, and we deeply appreciate it. But look at the result. They're wonderful. I hesitate to use that word now because somebody else so overuses it. And to the Hampshire staff who offers support, who provide services, who create programs, who hold space for students, who hold the place together, all with a level of care for the school and its students that I find both remarkable and deeply moving. Thank you. And the Hampshire faculty, the core of the enterprise. The great educational philosopher Paulo Freire wrote that education occurs when a teacher risks an act of love. That's a wonderful gift that the Hampshire faculty give all the time to their students. They are here because they love to teach Hampshire students and give of themselves to do it, creating the learning process around student questions and ideas. I attended a great Ivy League university and never, never in 4 years as an undergraduate did I have a one-on-one interaction with a professor, let alone a shared exploration of ideas. And the notion that student questions should shape the educational process would have seemed completely bizarre. What do they know? But that's exactly what happens here, and it's what our faculty so love to do. The great gift from the faculty to the students and a true act of love. Faculty, could you stand? Yeah, and anybody? So we salute you. We salute your devotion to your students, your love of learning, and your commitment to the ideas that they bring, that you inspire us. Thank you for all that you do. Okay, graduates, could we start with the bell? You've rung it, right? One warm, misty night, I awoke at around 3 a.m., no birds singing yet, no cars passing on Middle Street, no sound louder than a few drops falling from leaf to fresh leaf on the elderly maple outside our bedroom window. And I heard softly in the distance one of you ringing the bell. Triumphant, celebratory, just a sort of dim clang, clang, clang. I now realize you may or may not have been wearing clothes. I hope there was champagne. Anyway, thank you. It made me chuckle. Such a very sweet sound that brightens every Hampshire spring. It affirms the near miraculous courage, creativity, and independence with which you, like nearly 5 decades of Div 3s before you, have channeled your passion, harnessed your curiosity, set off independently to explore something you care about, and in the process, discovered how and where and why to learn. It's worth saying this again about Hampshire. This place was created on the premise that if a school could shift the focus from teaching to learning, the results might be extraordinary. Well, here you are. You are the proof. Like so many at Hampshire, I'm here because of the students. And after 6 years, I am in awe of what you accomplished. I can now admit the secret. We intentionally make it hard. You've navigated the obstacle course of Hampshire's inquiry-based, learner-driven, discipline-integrating education. You've recruited and persuaded committees. You've designed curricula. You've imagined questions and wrestled with the maddening way that the search for answers only deepens the question. You've ignored conventional approaches and invented ways to turn your ideas into action, and that skill, it turns out, will stay with you and empower you. Not everyone has it. In this era of disruption, you've developed the capacity for reinvention. I've spent a lot of time with Hampshire alumni in the last 6 years, and their stories always seem to be filled with unexpected leaps and turns and curious combinations. Where do you think they learned that? And you know, it's not some weird eccentricity you've gotten here. It's a marketable skill. Well, it may be eccentric, but it is also in demand. 70% of you will end up in jobs that haven't been invented yet. In fact, many of you won't get jobs, you'll create them. If you follow the course of earlier alumni, a third or more of you will create your own organization, an art gallery, a theater, an advocacy organization, a social venture, a business, or a creative mashup of all of those together. Fearless inventors, doers, the world needs you, of course, now more than ever. Every few months, I see another Silicon Valley mogul explaining why creativity and critical thinking are more important than technical skills and how they always like to hire people who majored in philosophy. Yeah, well, what about philosophy mixed with music, mixed with neuroscience? Okay. Doesn't it seem that all of this is somehow summed up and expressed in the mural that blazes like the rising sun on the wall of FPH? The phoenix of justice in the embrace of three powerful goddesses, the Div 3 of Michaela Gonzalez with the support of her chair, with the support of her chair, Wilson Valentin Escobar, and a whole loving community of co-creators. It's a powerful work of collaborative art and of community. It speaks in color, form, and word and reflects the community process by which it was created. I love it. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you all who worked on it. Okay, now I'm going to say something totally trite. I hope you'll take that love and that feeling and all that it expresses with you, cherishing the skills of listening as well as speaking, supporting as well as opposing, challenging each other while offering compassion, disagreeing without seeking to silence one another. You can learn anything. You can invent what you need. You can build what you can imagine. You are the change. You've rung the bell, now ring the bells of society. Again, knowing you, I don't have to tell you that. You are what gives me hope. Thank you.